DRB says, easiest game of the year to predict, in my opinion, per my donation prediction yesterday. Kill the Lambs and prolong wild card purgatory. No Lance even longer. Yeah, that is one take, right? Like, we're going to talk about Jimmy and what this means, but totally feel what you mean, right? Because they did this last year. Didn't Jimmy have a triumphant comeback win? I mean, not a comeback, but like career resurgent win against the Rams to silence the critics?
I don't think so. I thought this was a much better game from Jimmy.
It was.
Last
This
year,
might
he
have been
couldn't
his
even
best
throw the
game
ball
ever.
past 5 yards accurately
This
in
might
that
have been
game,
his
but
best
they
game
kept.
ever. Are we still going back and forth with the rookie DC, or can we put it to bed? The defense been ranked in the top 10 even after the Cardinals game. Yeah, I gotta say he's doing a good job. Salah would have his bad games too.
Look, there's only so much you can do with the personnel he has.
True.
He's done a solid job. He's gonna grow.
Yeah. Niners can only lose 3 more games. 1 NFC, 2 AFC. They absolutely can't lose to 2 out of the 3 Hawks, Vikings, Rams. Can we expect playoffs? Well, if they can beat the Rams, I mean, you figure they're going to lose to the Titans on the road on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah.
So that's one more loss. You think the Niners can make it to the playoffs at 9-8? You do?
Yeah, I think they could make it at 9-8, but we're going to talk about this a bit later. The team that we saw against the Rams is I don't think we could expect to see that exact 49ers team in every one of these games because the matchup plays out differently.
True. And again, we've seen the Niners have played 9 games this season, and they've done this one time. So we're going to have to see if they can do it again. That Niner guy says only way the Niners keep this going is win time of possession every week. 39-21 last night. Our best defense is a great running game. I don't understand why the Niners don't have this goal to hit 30 runs every week. Like, what was the goal last week and why? Do you understand it?
No, because when they hit 30 runs, they protect Garoppolo. He doesn't turn the football over. They protect their defense, and it just makes everything better.
Any truth to the rumor that John York was coaching the team on good catches in practice? That's probably what happened, I would think. He's an undercover coach. Aziz needs to wrap up his target. Okay? And Hufanga adds something. Yeah, he hits hard. Are the Niners the sleeping giants of the NFC given our upcoming schedule and continue to play as they did last night? They certainly slept through the first 8 games for sure. They got some pedigree. They won an NFC championship. I see what you're saying, but they need to wake up. The no more sleeping. Hibernation's over.
To me, a sleeping giant is a team that has Russell Wilson, and you don't if he gets hot. To me, in a home field advantage, to me that's a bit scarier, honestly. And I hate to say it, because I want to enjoy this victory Tuesday.
Nice got Jimmy Ward, though. Chris says, didn't winning last night just prolong the Shanny Jimmy Lynch era by a season or two? Having a hard time seeing how it's a net positive. Yeah, we may look back at this game as being a setback for the franchise, at least in terms of timeline.
No, it's not a setback. I've been hearing it in my Twitter mentions, the last year. Who cares if the Rams keep going to the playoffs? We own the Rams.
True.
We own the Rams.
That's all that matters. That's like back at UCLA when we beat USC that one time. They were like, okay, who cares that we went 5-8 or whatever. This win was actually the worst thing for the Niners. Discuss amongst yourself. Yeah, a lot of Niner fans feel this. I don't know. Here's the thing. If they had lost that game, a lot of people were getting fired. At least you can sort of keep things together and not clean house and start all the way over. I mean, that's not a great thing for Trey Lance, right? To put him in the Alex Smith experience and just say, hey, we're going to start over. Okay?
Yeah, no, this is better.
You just lead us out of the desert. That's what they try to do with Alex Smith. This is probably better, not just do a total reboot. Although they may have to. I mean, we'll see what happens the rest of the year. Vish Beard says, yeah, Vish Beard better than Grant Beard. Yeah, it's a little more trimmed, I would have to say. Vish is.
It's not trimmed. It's just it takes me a week to grow this.
I was wrong. Niners won. Let's keep it going. You didn't have to give me $5 just to admit that you were wrong, but I appreciate it. Kudos to Grant for giving security the boot last night. You're the man, Grant. I hope he's going to come back next time. I might have to have a strategy. I feel like that's not over. Nathan says Grant.
I don't know why he did that.
I don't know why,
but it was so funny.
That was hella funny. This was the bully ball I anticipated with our picks. Yeah, they just needed Jeff Wilson Jr. back. He's the identity.
Right.
All
his 10 snaps yesterday.
Could Trey Sermon not have done what Jeff Wilson Jr. did in that game? 10 for 28.
Did you see Sermon's hands catching that kickoff?
He's got good hands. He has good hands. I don't understand. All I gotta say is
I do agree with you. But at this point, we've questioned this. Let's just enjoy the victory Tuesday. We'll question it next week.
That's for after a loss. All I gotta say, it's about damn time. BT Dub Wifey says she's gonna start charging me to leave her comments. Keep up the good work, guys. Thank you, Eric. Prime example of our talent put in good positions. And some vets like taking ownership of the team and asserting themselves as leaders, Jimmy Ward. That was great. This team needed a player to step up as a leader, like Jerry Rice and Steve Young said. And I feel like a bunch of guys did last night. That comment about John York said, Gooch catches. Oh.
I get it now.
Gooch catches. Did you know what a gooch was? Because that was from Jackass. Did you ever watch Jackass?
No, I didn't know what gooch was, but I inferred it from context pretty fast last night.
That was really funny when I was it's a good show. Jeff Wilson Jr. has been forgotten. That's what I'm saying. Like, couldn't Sermon do the Jeff Wilson Jr.? That feels like once they got 2 running backs, like, okay, now we can shoot for 40 runs. Like, you could have been doing this.
To me, the Jeff Wilson Jr. Crediting from last night feels a little bit of he's a fan favorite player. They had a big win. Let's give it's. I feel like the same kind of thing is happening with Hufanga a little bit too, and I don't hate it because
he was the highest graded player by Pro Football Focus.
Who?
Hufanga on the team. Not Ward. Ward was 2. Hufanga was 1. I don't take those grades seriously. A lot of people do.
I don't either.
Come on. What are you talking about? Anyway, benching BA was right. You don't reward bad behavior. Hey, man.
We still don't know what the behavior was.
I don't know what the behavior was, and it put him in a hole. Jimmy G is on fire. He should continue playing. But why did Trey Lance not come in at the end against the Rams' second-team defense? Not ready.
I was thinking about this same thing because I thought it would be the perfect opportunity. Bill Belichick used to do this all the time. Whether it was with Ryan Mallett or Garoppolo, hell, he even did it with Brian Hoyer. Rams removed their starters late in that game. McVay kind of threw the white flag, and I was shocked that they wouldn't even if it's just him handing it off for a couple of series, just get him a feel of calling the play in the huddle and all of that. I don't know why they don't do that.
Apparently, he's not ready to hand off yet. Sorry, he's going to have to keep working on his technique. Patrick, thank you. Where says, Grant, I'll be honest, I didn't think my Niners would play like they did last night. Go Niners. I did, though. I tried to tell you.